Good morning, everyone. It's Mr. Mann here again, and welcome back to a new half term. I really hope that you've had a fantastic break last week and you were able to get out and about a little bit and enjoy some of the free time that comes with a half term holiday. I'm really hoping that as we start this term, in particular, maybe even today and later on today, that we might hear some news about schools going back and about when lockdown might start to ease and end to some extent. And so we've got to keep our fingers crossed for that. So, hopefully a really positive start. And that carries on with this kind of the theme of today's assembly that I'm going to reflect on, which was really something that really inspired me last week when I was listening to the news and different programs about the NASA's voyage to Mars and the drone that was going to land on Mars and be there for a couple of years, in fact, to explore the planet. And I'm going to give you a little sort of background to that today and some thoughts and reflections on how that can hopefully inspire us all in these coming weeks. So NASA named this project Perseverance, an interesting name which I'll come back to. And Perseverance took off from the Space Center in America on the 30th of July 2020, and it's been travelling for approximately just over 7 months. Over that time, it's covered 300 million miles, as you can see there, 300 million miles, averaging 24,600 miles an hour. Now, I couldn't work out, how fast that would be, or I wanted to get an idea of what that would be. And when I did a bit of research and put the figures into the computer, that came up with you and I travelling from Alton to Birmingham in 7 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you're in Birmingham. Or going from Alton to New York in 8 minutes, or Alton to Sydney in Australia in 26 minutes. It's a speed that is just, almost unimaginable. But that's how fast Perseverance has been travelling through space to get to Mars. And when it gets to Mars, it's hoping that it will be there for 1 or 2 years, the rover, as you can see in that picture, and sort of exploring Mars for 1 Martian year, which is equivalent to just over 2 Earth years, 687 days. Okay, and in that time, they're hoping to be able to drill into the planet, see if there is any possibility of life there, and I'll explain the reason why they think there might be in the next slide. Because where they actually landed was in a site called the Jezero crater. And this crater, scientists believe, is where a lake was once formed many, many millions of years ago when water used to be on the surface of Mars. And they're hoping that by drilling into the bed of this sort of old lake, or the remains of a lake, they might be able to find different life forms that once lived there, which will be absolutely incredible because up until this stage, we really have had never any proof that the only life that's existed in our universe has been obviously on planet Earth. So to potentially find life and a different form of life on another planet is, as you can imagine, quite extraordinary. So here you can see on this side the last stages of how Perseverance actually landed on the planet, all done by computers, all done in an automated way. No humans really involved at this stage. And it was, again, incredibly complicated. Millions and millions and millions of dollars have gone into this. And if Perseverance hadn't landed in a safe way, then that could have all been destroyed in seconds. And on the next slide, you're actually going to see a little recording of those final minutes at NASA's headquarters when the rover actually did land on Mars.
UHF is good. Touchdown confirmed. Perseverance safely on the surface of Mars, ready to begin seeking the signs of past life. At this point, the descent stage has flown away to safe distance. Perseverance is continuing to transmit direct.
Just put first image from Perseverance on the surface of Mars. Now, it comes from the engineering cameras known as the hazard camera. This camera is mainly used to help the rover drive safely around Mars, and we will get higher resolution photos later in the day.
Now, I'm sure over the weeks to come, we're going to see more and more detailed photographs, but what an incredible landing. And, that first shot of just looking at, a part of the Mars landscape, I hope, you found incredibly amazing, and certainly I did. And so for the next part of the assembly, I wanted to, this idea of, the word perseverance. Why on earth did NASA decide to call this project Perseverance? And when you look at the actual definition of this, of what this word means, a steady persistence in a course of action, a purpose, a state, especially in spite of difficulties, obstacles, or discouragement. And you can imagine in the planning and the preparation for this that NASA would have had to go through huge amounts of perseverance to get this project up and running, to monitor it for the last 7 months. Those last few seconds when it was going through and flying through Mars's atmosphere to the point of landing. There was so much at stake. There was so much probably doubt in people's minds. There were so many obstacles that needed to be overcome, but they got there. And that's the most important thing. They actually achieved that landing. And now they've got, potentially 2 years in which to really explore the planet and really find out some really unanswered questions at this precise moment in time. And there's something we can take from that about this ability to be persistent, even when we're faced with obstacles. Because, as we enter this new half term, why we need to persevere more than ever? Well, it's because, lockdown is coming to an end. We know that. But when is that going to happen? When are schools going to come back? It's going to be soon, but we're not entirely sure when. So we need to keep going. Our learning and our progress needs to continue so that when we do return, that you are in the best place possible. And that's why we're asking you yet again to really focus on your learning, to engage in your lessons, to continue to challenge yourselves, to remain positive, and to really keep growing and not give up. Because if this is the final push now, and once we're through this, then we are going to be all back together and we're all going to be able to crack on and really, get back to some normality. But we need to persevere right now, more than ever. Because when we do persevere, we can achieve amazing things. As this kind of cartoon suggests, you don't get onto the sort of the winning platform without huge amounts of determination and perseverance. And you can see, just looking at some of those words, sacrifice, rest, training and effort and passion and desire, patience and vision, all those sort of things are what underpin our success in the future and underpin what anybody wants to achieve. So there are going to be, obviously, and we've explained this to you before, but some changes. And this is going to need your perseverance as well, because you're going to, if you haven't done so yet, you're going to have to adapt. There is no more show my homework from today. We are all Google Classroom. So all your lessons, all your learning is going to be accessed through this. Your teachers will indicate whether it's a live lesson or an independent lesson, but you are going to have to be organised at the start of the day to know what your lessons are, so you know which classrooms to go into. And then you're clicking on the right work at the right time. But the beauty will be is that you'll be able to ask questions live. You'll be able to access all your work through Google Classroom. You'll be able to hand it in and submit it through Google Classroom, and then teachers will be able to hand it back to you with comments, with marks. So it's really, really important that you go into Google Classroom after this assembly, that you accept the invites to all your classes, including your year group class, so you can access all the work at any particular time. And by doing that with your parents as well and your carers, you will be able to keep on top of all the work that we're going to be able to help and provide for you between now and when obviously you come back to school. And when you do come back to school, this is how all the homework is going to be set as well. So it's something that isn't going to go away. This is the future, everybody. And a really exciting one, because the opportunities for us to support you with your learning are going to be huge. And you know what? Your parents will be able to see now exactly what work you get and when you get that work. So there's no hiding place from that. So finally, as this quote says, every storm runs out of rain, and your storm is almost over. And our storm is almost over. You know, I feel that after today, we'll have a really clear idea when it's going to finish, when we'll be back at school, as I've said, and when life will get back to some sort of normality, which will be great. But we still probably got a few more weeks, maybe a few more months until we get some real normality back again. So we have to remain persistent. We have to persevere. And there's going to be some big challenges coming up in the next few weeks, especially for year 11. You know, hopefully, again, I'll be able to talk to you at some point in the next week or so to explain how the GCSEs are really going to work this summer. But between now and then, you've got your practice exams, which are going to occur next week, and they are so important, not to help us with a final grade, but to help us understand what else we need to do to try and help and support you get that final grade. Where are the gaps in your knowledge? So you're really going to have to listen over the course of this week in particular and get yourself ready for those tests, which will come thick and fast the following week. But don't worry about them, because, as I say, they're not going to count in the final reckoning, but they will count as far as us and your teachers being able to help you. So really good luck with that. And we keep everything crossed for you. For the rest of you, you know, as I say, lessons start today. We're back to normal again. We're going to crack on with everything you've got to do. Lots of exciting stuff I know your teachers have got planned. We need you logged on each day. We need you accessing those lessons, whether they're the independent ones where you're doing on your own, or whether those are ones that you're doing live with your teacher from your home. If there are any problems, you know how to communicate with us, you know how to get in touch. And of course, the school's always there for you. So have a really good week ahead. It's going to be an exciting week, I'm sure. And I look forward to speaking to you next week with hopefully some more constructive news about what's going to be happening and how it's going to look for school with you guys. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.